Someone asked me, how was my weekend? And I said, quiet. And the person responded, I find that hard to believe. Right? And I just laughed it off. Because humans are predictable. And this is why it's important to understand how you are perceived in the world. It's important to study human behavior, study how people respond to you, right? And I get that response often, right? When I tell people I didn't do anything on the weekends, or my weekends are quiet, or I don't hang out, or all of these things, it's hard for people to believe that. And it's hard for people to believe that because of how they perceive me, how they perceived an attractive woman who is not married, right? I spoke about how men respond to tamed women and untamed women. And when I speak about untamed women, I don't mean reckless women. I don't mean women who sleep around. I don't mean women who don't have any control over their lives. I mean a woman who doesn't live by societal standards, right? That's an untamed woman. Those are the women that men get excitement from. They get excited from trying to tame women. A tamed woman is a married woman, is a woman who try to live by societal standards, norms, and things, right? So because of how people perceive me, right? She doesn't have a man. She's not married. So she must be out here looking for a man. She must be out here living recklessly, because the only way a woman can have any self-control is if a man is grounding her. So if there's no man, that means the woman has no self-control. And she's just, spreading herself about at any opportunity that she gets. Right? It's comical. And I started off with that story to show women something. There is nothing you can do to change the minds of people who are committed to believing what they want to believe. There's nothing you can do to change the minds of people who are committed to believing what they want to believe. Women will share my content with men, talk about my content with men, and they'll tell me as if it's validating to me. Well, I spoke about this to my husband. I shared this with my brother. I was talking about this to my male best friend, which to me was a bunch of bullshit. Your male best friend, please. What women are sneaky, women are liars, and women are manipulative, right? And they're sharing my content for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is they're trying to gauge how men view women like me. They're also trying to use my content to figure men out, to see how men are going to respond. I don't know why women think that men are stupid, right? And I spoke about this earlier on Facebook. Women share with men. Women have they don't keep anything sacred, right? Y'all share everything with men, most of which shouldn't even be shared with men. Y'all think men tell you what they talk about in a barbershop? You think men tell you what they talk about on a basketball court? You think men tell you what they talk about in their group chat? Men don't tell women shit. Men don't even tell y'all when they're in relationships with other women while in relationships with you. Men are using what you tell them as leverage. So women put me on the spot a lot. Y'all do it. A lot of y'all do it. And then you come to me and say, oh, I shared this with, as if that means something to me. Most people are incredibly fucking stupid. And that includes men. So you telling me you're talking about my content to men shows me a lot about you. Men are using the information they gather for leverage. It's to study us. They're not trying to understand, relate to, sympathize, or empathize with you. They're using what they can get from you to control and manipulate you. This is why you should not tell men everything. Y'all grannies should have been telling y'all this. And I don't care what you share with a man, whether it be vows or just a home or children. No man should know everything about you. No man should know everything you're taking in, you're consuming. This is how men manipulate you. And y'all think you're getting over by letting men know everything. Women get a high off of being know-it-alls. Men want you to think they're stupid. Men want you to think that they don't know what's going on so that you can be even more of what you are. That's why men fall back and they let us be and they believe what they see. Women share in order to gain understanding, acceptance in these things. Men are never going to give you that. That's not what they're here for. Men are not your besties, and y'all know those that have been riding with me know men and women cannot be friends. That's a very rare thing. It's very rare for a man and a woman to truly be friends. It requires two people to be evolved. Most people cannot do that, especially people that have been sleeping together. You're not fucking friends. You're friends that used to fuck. That's it. Right? So all of that shit that, men give you labels as friends and homies and sisters and all these things because they know they need that in order to keep you close. You are not a man. So men are not viewing you in the ways that they view men. The way men share amongst each other is not how they're going to share with women. You're never going to get that from men. You'll do it with men because you think, oh, he's my husband. He's my best friend. He's so cool. I'm one of the boys, or whatever women tell themselves. That's why women have nothing sacred. This is why women cannot be trusted. I just had to tell someone, men are not to be an earshot or eye shot of the work that I do. Men are not allowed in my spaces. Men are not welcome in my spaces. I don't talk about my work to men. This is why I don't go on male podcasts. What the fuck am I going on a male podcast for? My work is self-mastery. But what men want to do is pick my brain about women. Because no matter how much I say, I don't care about your raggedy relationships. I think most relationships are raggedy and fake. None of them are anything to aspire to. Women are not marrying well enough to envy or aspire to what they have. All of that shit that they sell women is nothing to aspire to. Right? I married a provider before I even knew what the hell that was. That wasn't something I intentionally did. Right? So all of this stuff is nothing to aspire to, right? So, but because men hear me talk about men and I'm so good at what I do, they want to take me and put me in a position to just talk about that and use me. Men want to use me to build their platforms. And if they have big platforms, they want to use me to bring my viewers, or they want to bring me on to try to humiliate me. This is why I don't understand why women go on these type of shows, because men are not bringing you on to understand you or relate to you. They're bringing you on to argue with you, to try to prove you wrong. I don't fall into that shit with men because I don't give a fuck about what men think. I'm not trying to prove to men that I'm right or that I know what I'm talking about. I talk about men because women relate to men, and we need to know how to deal with them. We need to understand what we are getting ourselves into or what we got ourselves into. It's not so that men can understand me. Men are not trying to understand me. They don't care to. Women think they're outsmarting men. Y'all really think men are dumb. And that's why y'all keep getting played. Because you don't hold anything sacred. You run your fucking mouths to every man that will listen. They're not your friends. They don't give a fuck. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to tell a woman, shut the fuck up, bitch. Stop telling him your problem. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. He's not going to solve your fucking problems. He's not your man. He don't give a fuck. But women think because men listen, they care. They don't. You don't hold anything sacred. You don't value yourself. You're dick worshipers. And then you keep repeating the cycle because you don't know how to shut the fucking holes in your faces. No matter what you do or say, when someone is committed to believing what they want to believe about you, they are committed to believing what they believe about you. Men included. Men more so. Because men don't believe anything we say. That's why they're so dismissive of us. They believe what they see. And even if they see it, they almost don't even believe it. Now, for this person to say, it's hard for them to believe that I had a quiet weekend. And I've heard that from plenty of men. Are you serious? You don't do nothing? It's hard for them to believe that because I don't have a husband and I don't have small kids. So what the fuck are you doing with your time? You must be fucking a bunch of men. You must have a bunch of men chasing you. Quite the fucking contrary. And the thing is, I don't talk about a man. Nobody sees a man. I don't talk about going on dates. I don't talk about anything that have me relating to men in any way. But men cannot, they don't even see it. They don't even hear it, and they still can't believe it. And it's because of how they perceive me. And the thing is, it's just my visual, and it's them believing that I don't have a man. So because a woman that looks like me and has sex appeal in these things, well, she must have somebody. Well, she does nothing? Because in the male mind, you are here to serve men. So if you don't have a man, if you're not doing anything with a man, then you must be looking for, you must be spending all your time looking for a man. Even though I say, I don't look for men. Men are not fucking lost. Men are always somewhere. Men are always somewhere they aren't wanted. It's not hard. I mean, bitches on a 600-pound life have men. They're married. It's not hard to find a husband. Most men are average, and most men cannot pick, choose, and refuse. It's not hard for a woman in the world to find a man. Men are not lost. Right? I give men no reason to believe that I'm some fucking whore. But they cannot. They're already committed to believing what they believe about women who are not attached. And there's nothing I can do about that. Nor am I trying to do anything about it. I mean, you can be all of the things a man claims he wants, right? In the house, sexy, available, not dealing with anybody else. You could be all the things, and a motherfucker still will ghost you. They'll still not want to give you anything. They'll still be all of the things you think they won't be if you do what they say, if you change your ways, if you, like, again, there's nothing you can do. Men don't know what they want. It's a running joke that women don't know what they want. No, men don't know what they want. Or they want everything. And you cannot be everything. So when you open yourself up so much to a man, thinking that that's going to change how they view you, it's not. And we really don't even know how men view us. We never really know how a man views us. They're not giving us that type of information. Women want to express themselves all the time. I'm going to tell him. Women, y'all are, I don't understand. Your fucking brain is superior. Read the female brain. We're born with superior brains. And then y'all start receiving dick, and then you just get fucking stupid. And because I understand that people are committed to believing what they want to believe, right? No matter what I do nothing to prove anything. I do nothing. So I could be dealing with a man and not deal with other men. Not because of him. It's because that doesn't benefit me. He doesn't have to share me because the shit doesn't benefit me. Why would I don't even understand how women are having rotations of men. Most men are underwhelming, right? They can't change your life in such a way where you're living a totally different lifestyle. Most men don't have the resources to do that. They don't have the money, the connections to do that. Most of the time, women are connecting with men that are their peers or below, or may have a little bit more. It's not like, I don't understand how y'all dealing with 4 or 5 different, for what? I don't need men around me like that. I don't need companionship like that. I don't need attention like that. I'm not a man. Men need a bunch of women. Men need all of that interaction. I don't need that. It takes from me, right? So a man can benefit from that. I could be all those things, and he'll still be like, no. I'm not the exception. I don't think that. Good looks and all. Men will treat me just like how they treat other women. Right? And I can be everything that they claim they want. Because it's men like for you to perform. It makes them feel special. Right? The way women go about things is not how men respond. You're going about things how you want things to go. That's not how men respond. Men don't respond to being open in things the way women respond to it. Men are using that information as leverage. You like openness and relatability and connection to be seen and understood. It's two different fields. Men are not playing on our field. And so when you share things that should remain sacred to women, it's a violation to yourself. It's a violation to your growth. And this is why many of you keep repeating the same lessons over and over again. Because you're not growing for you. You're growing for acceptance and validation. You're looking for someone to give you an atta girl. And the someone being men. Male-centeredness runs deep. This is why I talk about men. Not because I want you to learn how to deal with them better. I don't give a fuck about relationships. I hope another child is never born. This whole shit can burn to the fucking ground. I don't give a fuck. But because men are here, we have to learn how to deal with them. We have to understand their psyche. But many of you, you're not trying to do that. You're trying to win favor. You're still trying to win favor in the year of our Lord 2025 from men. They're still playing the same old games they played on our great-grandmothers. And y'all are still falling for it with all the information. I tell y'all, men want me to teach their daughters, but they don't want me to teach their wives. gotta you gotta you gotta ask yourself why. Men know it's all men when it concerns their daughter. They just don't want you to believe it's all men. Ask men if they would want their daughters. Ask them that. Would you want your daughters following what Lilith says when it comes to men? I can guarantee you probably 99% of them will say yes. But when it comes to women they want access to, they don't want you to be that wise because they're only here to protect their daughters, the women they love. And it's limited for the wives too because they still need her to be on the spectrum of idiot. Y'all not taking life seriously enough because you are obsessed with men. Because of social media and women's loquacious nature and their need to be heard and understood and accepted and validated, men's playbook on women has grown. Because men have been studying us since they realized that their dick stands up for us. Women don't study men. Men study us. Right? And they don't reveal their findings. Women cannot shut the fucking holes in their faces. You bitches tell everything. And men are watching everything because they need leverage. This is why men want to talk to me. This is why men want me on their podcast, and they want to have conversations with me, even though they have wives that they love. It's not because they want me. Men don't want women like me. Men want to use women like me as leverage. They don't want to marry women like me. They want to use me as a way in, as a way to strengthen their playbook. This is why I don't talk to men. I'm not an idiot. And many can see this, right? But there are things that I don't reveal, that I will never reveal, that I'm privy to when it comes to men. Many of you are very green. And that's another reason why a lot of times men don't believe that I don't have a bunch of men, or I don't talk to men. I don't have a bunch of men in my phone. I'm not texting men. I don't have that type of interactions with men. Men are not that interesting to me. But because I'm so well versed on male nature and the psyche of the male, they believe that I must be entertaining a bunch of men. I'm not. All I have to do is listen to and watch men. Right? And things just make sense to me. Men are not dumb. I need y'all to really understand that. They're not dumb in the ways you think they are, is what I should say. They're not dumb in the ways you think they are. Most people are not highly intelligent, but men are getting over on you because you think you're outsmarting them. And they're just allowing you to believe that. And so when y'all share my content with men, when you come to me, you say, I was just talking to my husband about this, and my husband said, and my brother, and girl, you just sound like my brother, and my male best friend. I'll be like, look at these dumbass bitches. This is literally what I be saying in my head. Look at these fucking idiots. Men are never going to tell you what they say in the barbershop. They're never going to tell you what they say in their group chat. They're never going to tell you what they say in the, on the basketball court or the football game or whatever they do with each other, because they have code. Women have no code. You bitches think men are more committed to you than they are to each other. And then when you realize that they value men more than they value you, you call them gay. You get mad. You don't like how they deal with each other when women should be dealing with each other in that way. You think you can shame men out of valuing other men, valuing and respecting other men? You think you can manipulate them into being what you want them to be? By sharing everything with them? Sometimes I wonder if women are as incompetent as men believe women are, because men believe you're incompetent. Don't ever think anything different. Don't ever think, one way you can really start decentering men is stop believing you're the exception. I'm not the fucking exception. And men will try to play games with me even more so because they know I'm intelligent. Men will try all kind of bullshit with me because, again, they get off on trying to tame an untamed woman. And when I say untamed, I don't mean living recklessly. I don't mean having a roster of men, and I don't mean real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga type of. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about not being mentally, psychologically, spiritually, emotionally controlled by men and societal standards. That's what I mean. See, men get bored with tamed women. They marry tamed women. Their MO is to sit women down. That's why they threaten you with pregnancy. Right? That's why they do the things they do to you to shame you, to guilt you. They play mind games with you. And the games don't even really be that. It don't even really be that. Like, they're not fucking MK Ultra. This is regular ass average men playing games with women because women are so fucking insecure about everything. And they know that because you won't shut the fuck up. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, when people are committed to believing what they want to believe about you, that's it. When you realize, when you accept that you are not the exception to other people, you can be the exception. I'm an exceptional woman. But to men, I'm just a woman. Right? And no matter how much I show and prove that I'm exceptional, I'm still just another woman to them. You're just another woman to men. Stop trying to win their favor, understanding, and acceptance. It's never going to happen for you. What y'all be looking for in men, that's why y'all be hustling backwards. That's why y'all be struggling and having babies from men that shouldn't even had been born. Right? A lot of shit